Burnout happens quickly. As a parent, you really want the behavior to stop, so you give in. It may not feel like you gave in, but the truth is, you did. We've all been there. We've all done that. Today, we begin our journey toward forever
eliminating unwanted behavior.
Let me repeat that statement because I may have just caught you off guard. Seriously, write this down. Today, we begin our journey toward forever
eliminating unwanted behaviors.
What? Is it possible? Yes! The first stop in
eliminating unwanted behaviors
is getting familiar with and understanding ABA, or Applied Behavior Analysis language. Without this knowledge and subsequent data, it's almost impossible to eliminate unwanted behaviors that are driving your family toward a breakdown. Let's start by defining a term called the ABCs of behavior. A is antecedent, B, behavior, C, consequence. Obviously, you've heard of both behavior and consequence. However, this video will uncover a slightly different definition than you're used to. If you're anything like me, a light bulb will go off when we unpack these two terms. You'll have to wait just a moment for the light bulb moment. You see what I did there? First, let's cover the term few people outside of ABA or Applied Behavior Analysis have ever even heard of antecedent. The Oxford Dictionary defines antecedent as a thing or event that existed before or logically precedes another. More specifically, when talking about the ABCs of behavior, an antecedent is what your child was doing before the behavior began. Antecedent examples include asked to do something, asked to go somewhere, denied attention, or denied access to a wanted item. All new teachings happen in the antecedent. Let's take a look at a scenario that is so often played out in homes across the world. Let's say mom is sitting at the kitchen table, busy going through the weekly mail. In walks little Johnny with a package of cookies or crisps or some other kind of sugary treat. You get the idea. Anyway, he walks up to mom and tries handing her the package. Little Johnny then calmly says, "I want a cookie." Mom, slightly annoyed, mainly by the mountain of mail she's working through, briefly looks up from the table and says, "Not right now." Johnny, again shoving the package of cookies into mom's face, says, "I want a cookie now." Mom, growing more frustrated, really just trying to get her task completed, replies in a stern voice, "I said not now." Johnny, not liking that answer, begins stomping his feet and screaming over and over again, "I want a cookie! I want a cookie!" Frustrated and just wanting Johnny to simply calm down, mom replies, "Fine, but just one because it's almost dinner." Johnny receives his cookie and leaves the room smiling. Mom goes back to the daunting task of sorting the weekly mail. Crisis over, right? Or is it just the beginning? Well, let's see. First, what is the antecedent in this scenario? What did little Johnny do before the behavior began? If you know or have an idea, type it down in the comments. To truly answer what the antecedent was, it's sometimes best to figure out the behavior. What do you think the behavior is in this scenario? Was it A, stomping his feet, B, telling mom that he wants a cookie after he was told no, C, yelling that he wants a cookie and throwing a temper tantrum after being told no twice? If you said all the above, you're right. Children tend to try different tactics until they get what they want. Actually, pretty much all people do this. In this scenario, Johnny escalated his behavior until he received the cookie. Most likely, he would have kept going to an even more intense tactic if he didn't receive what he wanted. The last important thing to understand regarding behavior is identifying the function. Remember, there are 4 functions of behavior. Number 1, attention seeking. Number 2, escape or avoid. 3, tangible items. Or 4, automatic reinforcement. In other words, I do things because it feels good. Here's a side note. For a more in-depth description of these functions, see our video, The 4 Functions of Behavior. If you said tangible items, you'd be right. Johnny wants a cookie. Now, knowing what the behavior is and the function of this behavior, can you figure out the antecedent? This is what happened before the behavior. There can be a few items in this specific scenario, which is why keeping track of each instance is so important. You'll start to see patterns rather quickly. Now, for this example, the one that stands out the most is Johnny asked for a cookie. He wasn't mad about it at first. Another example of an antecedent could be that Johnny was hungry. After all, it's close to dinner time. If a child gets to choose what to eat, my guess is they're going to go with a cookie. Okay, now we've identified both the antecedent and the behavior. Let's move on to the consequence. Here comes the light bulb moment. When 99% of people think of the word consequence, it's automatically something negative that comes to mind. For children, that could be a loss of iPad time, grounding, or no video games. However, in the world of ABA, and when you are working to
Eliminating unwanted behaviors.
consequences actually means anything that takes place after the preceding behavior. Not good or bad, just action. With that definition in mind, what was the consequence of Johnny's behavior in our scenario? Did he A, get sent to his room, B, get something taken away, C, get scolded by his mom, or D, get a cookie? If you answered D, get a cookie, you're right. Johnny learned that when he wants a tangible item from his mom, the fastest way to do it is to throw a tantrum. His consequence is that he gets what he wants. Now that we've gone through the scenario, I want to present some food for thought. Number 1, will Johnny use this behavior again? What's the likelihood of him skipping phase 2, which was asking again after mom said no, and going right to phase 3, the temper tantrum? Because that's what worked. Number 3 is, what did Johnny learn in this scenario? Number 4, how many of us allow something like this to play out and don't realize the lasting consequences that transpire? Please leave your ideas and thoughts in the comments. I can tell you right now, the scenario described has happened in our home before. How did we overcome it? That is exactly what we'll cover in the next video. Basics in Behavior, ABA style, Part 2. From all of us at SpecialEdResource.com, thank you for watching this episode of Special Education Parenting Tips. Catch you in the next video. Thank you for watching this video until the end. Please take a moment, give us a thumbs up. Your support means the world to us. If there's a specific topic you're interested in, please leave a comment. Until then, enjoy these other videos designed to help parents navigate the crazy world of special education. Thank you.